Welcome, everybody, to Movies and Bullshit, the show that makes you wanna hang yourself. But on a happier note, I'm really... Mine. This is a horrible thing. But anyway, I am Spencer Acree. I'm here with my good buddy, AJ Wilkerson.
What's up, man?
What's up? Thank you.
I
We're
like
in the
this a lot.
studio.
Yeah. Doing a podcast in the van, it kind of feels like we're on a stakeout.
I know. We would be pretty good cops, I think.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You'd be...
This is a buddy cop movie waiting to happen.
This is exactly a buddy cop movie waiting to happen. Like, I think there's, like... Flacco's is a front. And it's definitely a front for something.
Hot girls keep going by, so I'm assuming it's a front for, like, one of those, like massage parlors.
Yeah.
you know?
I mean...
Or it's that or human trafficking.
It's that or human trafficking, or just, like, the girls being human trafficked, or just,
the
like,
creepy
into
guy
it.
in the baseball cap definitely looks like a human trafficker.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the dumpsters for the bodies, so...
I knew it didn't smell. I knew those weren't just burritos. I knew it was something dirty. And every few minutes the cops keep going by, and it's like, no, right here is where you need to be. Like, so it's pretty wild. We're here in Gainesville, Florida, the center of the known universe. And I was able to wrangle my good buddy. We're about to do a show after this. And so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, who is your favorite action movie star?
Ooh, action movie star?
Yeah.
Are we talking like modern action movie, or are we talking about like the 80s, like the big 80s action movie stars?
Anything you want. You could go Chris Hemsworth or fucking, you go Charles Bronson.
Okay. I'm going to go with, this seems like an obvious answer, like nowadays, but I'm going to go with The Rock, but not for the reasons you're thinking.
Okay, no.
I'm going to go with The Rock specifically for a little known movie called Southland Tales.
Oh, yes. I love that movie.
Yes, the time travel bubble. The Rock delivers the greatest action movie line of all time in that movie when they're trying to convince him that the body that's technically him from like the past that died, they're trying to convince him that his past self committed suicide.
Yes.
And his response is, I'm a pimp. Pimps don't commit suicide.
Yes.
And then he shoots everyone in the face.
Yes.
That's the best action movie line ever.
Okay, I know what I'm watching tonight. Like, that's literally, I just hang out with people to get movie recommendations. Like, I saw it a long time ago.
It's a bad movie.
And
it's not good.
Okay. No, we love bad movies here. And we love bad movies, we love good movies.
The cast of that movie makes you think it's a much better movie.
There was a lot of people in it.
Yeah, The Rock, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Justin Timberlake is in it.
He'll do anything.
Yeah.
He'll get in there. Is Ryan Reynolds in that? Like
Ryan
or somebody.
Ryan Phillippe, I think.
Ryan
is in
Phillippe,
yeah.
he's one of the Ryans. One of the many sweet muscly Ryans. But that's a good answer. The Rock is Arnold with charisma.
Yeah.
Like not that Arnold couldn't be charismatic, but
he was just charismatic in like a goose stepping kind of way, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I like how everybody got behind that. Really? Like, hey, we got this guy, he's from, like, his dad was definitely a Nazi or a Nazi sympathizer. Let's put him in everything. Let's put him in every movie we have. I'm a big Schwarzenegger fan going back to the 80s, Predator, all the good stuff. But The Rock, like, he's what you do to revitalize a franchise. Like, the Fast and the Furious was just dying. I mean, Fast 5 is the best.
The Rock is Arnold Schwarzenegger, if like with seasoning. Like just a little Lowry seasoning.
I know.
That's
perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what he is. He you've seen The Rundown?
One of my favorite movies ever with him and Sean William Scott.
The Rundown. I watched it I want to say last year or this year. And there's this the movie opens and he's in a club and there's a great fight scene where he fights like all these like football players that owe money, and he's straight up like Arnold is walking
on the way
out,
in. Arnold's walking out. He's like, "Good luck,
good luck, good luck." I get my $10,000 and then I go cheat on my wife. And that's what I do. That's a terrible Arnold impression.
Are we sure The Rock isn't one of Arnold's kids?
Holy shit! Holy sh! That needs to, like, okay, we're starting that conspiracy theory online right now. That's what gotta happen. Like,
saying the timing could work out.
It totally could. Like, remember when Arnold shot that movie in like Samoa? No, he wasn't. Like, The Rock was born in the United States. Like, or else I would never see a movie of his. Like, even once, you know. No, just
well,
kidding.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Oh my God.
the Conan movie with Arnold and Grace Jones, you can't tell me you don't put The Rock between the two of them and, like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. That would be a... Yeah, he might be the product of Conan the Barbarian. Holy shit.
I was like, not the late night host.
Holy, oh my God.
If Conan O'Brien were somehow The Rock's dad.
Have you watched, if Conan O'Brien was The Rock's dad, like, that should be like a thing he just starts doing and it would be hilarious. Like, have you seen an interview with Conan in the past few months?
Not recently.
He's getting there. He's getting old.
Yeah.
The face is finally cracking. He's got the hair down.
Well, he's doing it from home,
Yeah,
right?
he's
So he
doing it
doesn't
from
have like a
home.
full makeup team.
No,
and
not
all
at all.
that,
And it's
like,
just, it's weird. I'm like, I grew up watching you, man. You can't die. You can't do this to me. Like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. If you die, what other lovable ginger do we have? God damn it.
No, he's the only one we accepted.
Rupert Grint, the kid from Harry Potter. Fuck that kid.
He's done.
He's done.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
do
done.
shit. That kid, we got rid of, like, literally, the only two that survived those movies were Hermione and Harry, and, like, they both...
Well, even Harry's been more of, like, an indie
Yeah,
star.
I watched...
No, who's the other, one of the Weasley kids?
Yeah, they've done some stuff. The kid that played Malfoy was, like, in some shit, too, and he's doing okay. But I watched Imperium, which is a movie with Daniel Radcliffe. It's like where he goes undercover as a Nazi.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good.
Guns Akimbo was good.
Okay, I've been wondering about that.
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to check that out. Like
Horns.
Horns.
That was good.
Okay, I watched the one Into the Jungle. Like, I definitely like Daniel Radcliffe. He's a good actor.
I still need to watch the one with him and
Yeah. Paul Dano.
Yeah, Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. Paul Dano's going to be the new Joker if they ever make that movie. But if they ever finish that movie, but yeah, man, it's like fucking COVID is like completely. It's been the craziest 3 months with the election and COVID. I just want to say thank you for coming to talk about fucking stupid movies with me. And
I could talk about stupid movies.
I know
all day.
That's why.
If it were a full-time job,
I know.
I would murder for that job.
I know. This is why I'm sitting here like with a computer like halfway in my ass.
That's why the previous podcast host is tied up in the back.
We tied up Joe Rogan, and he is but I'm not trying to name drop too much, but he had Chappelle on today, and I watched like the first 20 minutes of it. It's pretty great. So we're comedians. We're nerds. We're having a good time. This I love your van, man. Like
Dude, I got a steal. I found this van for like $1,000 from like my grandparents' neighbor, and it was an old wheelchair van.
Yeah.
And they had taken the wheelchair lift out of it, and I was like, yeah, I can make this work. And for $1,000, it had 42,000 original miles on it.
Shit.
It was just old.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But
that's pretty
got it
awesome,
fixed
man.
up and running.
You've taken it to Colorado? Or...
I took it to Texas, Colorado, Kansas City, Nashville, and then back. So just a whole loop.
Holy shit!
And on Monday, I'm heading back to Kansas City with
nice.
it. Yeah,
nice,
I'm doing
man.
I'm going to do a contest show.
That's awesome.
And winner gets to open for Jason Mewes. So.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Holy shit! I remember. So now we're back to movies. Now we're back to Clerks. And but yeah, for a while, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes were supposed to come here, And I think it was like maybe 2 years ago. They were supposed to come here and do a thing, and they never did.
It was that movie they were doing, right? It was because they were doing like almost like a live Q&A thing, like like either before or after the movie. So it was like a live movie release, and they were basically everywhere the movie got released, they were going and doing. Yeah, I remember that.
Was it for Yoga Hosers, or the movie I didn't see, because I care about my time. And
I'm not sure.
I am a big Kevin Smith fan. I definitely love
Yes.
I love Mallrats, Clerks. Like Clerks, really like that. That's a big reason I do comedy. Like I'm trying to get into comedy. Essentially, like it was a huge influence.
Yeah.
Like
Clerks, Mallrats, their roles in Dogma.
Oh yeah, Dogma is a masterpiece. Like my mom liked Dogma, and I'm just like, Mom, well, you're not supposed to like this poopy humor, and but she loved it. Like Alan Rickman, like with No Junk.
George
Carlin. My favorite George Carlin anything is him and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh yeah, when he's blowing
truckers
for rides.
Excuse me. And he just goes down in A Nice Gentleman. And that's like, God, I love Jay. I saw it in the theater when I was 10. Which is kind of fucked up. My cousins just grabbed me up and said, we're going. I was like, I learned so much, there was so much that went over my head because I was 10.
Is this your cousin Steven by chance?
Cousin Steven by chance! Holy
Steven,
shit!
You piece
Shout
of
out
shit! I
Steven
fucking love
Acre.
you, man.
That
dude also introduced me to many things way earlier than I should have been.
Holy shit!
Like
We've
weed.
got connections, weed. Yeah. Oh my God.
I smoked weed for the first time at the bus stop with that guy.
Holy shit! And my other cousin Nick.
Yep.
My other cousin Nick. Both like I saw Nick. I saw them both in the last year, and they're both doing well. I'm happy. Like everything considering, they both got kids. Like that's gross, but I love them. It is what it is, and I'm just happy to have a good family.
These are the benefits of growing up like in Gainesville and Gainesville adjacent, because all of the small town people know each other somehow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I grew up like Jonesville-ish, like out that way, and came into town to go to Buchholz, and Buchholz sucked balls. Where did you go to high school?
So I went to Newberry High School for freshman through junior, and then towards the end of my junior year, actually like midway through my last like semester or whatever, I transferred to Creekside Christian School in Otter Creek, Florida.
Holy shit! Now how was that?
Yeah.
And you were already.
I mean, the holy part real accurate. The shit part also pretty accurate.
Yeah.
The entire high school was in a portable building.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and our basketball team was middle school through, like, it was like 6 through 12.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Did you ever play, did you play football or basketball? Like,
I played football as a freshman, and
okay.
then I played basketball all 4 years.
Nice. Yeah, I played, like, we could have been on opposing football fields, opposing football teams at some point, but I guess Buolds probably didn't play the Panthers. I was gonna say, shit, yeah, I'm a terrible host. Like, I forgot my question, and, I had it all. Okay, so did you get high at all at the Christian school?
No.
No?
No, nobody out there did anything,
Aww.
I mean, there were like 7 of us,
There's 7 of us, and were there cameras there? Like, what was going on?
No, it was like, so the high school was in like one of those portable buildings. So it was basically just like a double wide.
Yeah.
And it was all of the high school kids. So it was like I think there was like 22 kids, freshman through senior. But I played basketball and stuff, and because of the school is so small, like in the main church building was like the middle school. Then there's another portable building out back that was like the pre-K and kindergarten kids and stuff.
Okay.
And then like the chapel, and there were like like 11 adults roaming everything. So there wasn't really any place like to hide to do drugs. And also we were out in like Otter Creek in the middle of like
yeah, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, like the closest we could have maybe smoked some meth out of a banjo. If somebody had one, they likely had the other.
I bet that meth makes that banjo just
oh yeah,
like insane as shit. So you okay, and you came back here for college, or something like that.
After I graduated, I joined the Army.
Yeah,
and then I came back, moved into Gainesville, and then a couple of buddies of mine moved down to Orlando because a couple of them were going to UCF. So I moved down there. We all lived together for a little while. Came back. Moved in with a buddy of mine. We lived together for a couple of years, and then, then got married. Did that whole thing. Got divorced.
Yeah.
Tried to drown myself in sadness.
I've tried. It's fun. Isn't it fun? Isn't it like everyone's worried about you, but you're kind of having a good time?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that? It's like fucked up, but it's what it is.
It's kind of like skydiving. Everyone's like, "What if your chute doesn't open?" And you're like, "Yeah, what if it doesn't?"
Yeah. What if it doesn't? Yeah.
It's honestly the best case scenario right now. You know?
Well, these days, a lot of people are skydiving. If you know what I mean. It's been a wild 3 months.
I think you're confusing skydiving with freebasing.
Freebasing. That's what we should call. We should call freebasing now. Hey man, you want to go skydive? You want to go behind the building and skydive? Like, it's fucking crazy. Okay, I need to ask you now. What's your favorite war movie? Now that you just at the top of your head, what's one that
So underrated but really, really, really good is Fury.
Yeah.
That tank movie with Brad Pitt.
I love that movie.
Fucking great movie.
That is great. There's
Saving Private Ryan is one of the classic war movies. I think it's the Christopher Nolan one, 1917.
Yes.
That was pretty fucking incredible.
Dude, that was fucking amazing shit. My eyes have not been glued harder to a screen since I watched 1917. There's one, it's all one shot, but there's a part, when the screen goes black and he can't see anything because it's at night, and then that's the only way we could possibly know. But what I wanted to say about Fury is there's Michael Pena, who fuck Shia Labeouf, kick him in he's fine. But there is a moment where he's giving this kind of monologue while he's driving the tank.
Yeah.
He's just talking about how he's seeing all this shit. And I remember that stuck with me. There's things in movies that actually stick with you and shit is why it's pretty amazing. Let me real quick make sure we're starting the show at 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing that sticks with me about that movie, honestly, it's a couple of things. I just have a good memory of seeing that movie for the first time because I got they did a special thing when that movie was first coming out. They did an early screening on Veterans Day.
Nice.
For veterans. So you showed up with military ID. You went in and it was all veterans watching it.
That's fucking
together.
dope.
So it was just a theater full of veterans.
Oh, right.
Together, and you could hearing dudes they'd mention a unit, and it would be and so dudes that were in that unit would call out that unit's battle cry and stuff
That's
like that.
Fucking
and
sweet, man.
And then just dudes after the movie coming out, you could see dudes taking deep breaths. And I was that movie stirred some shit up inside you, didn't it? Yeah. So that was cool. But then also you mentioned Shia Labeouf because he's in that fucking movie. Not a bad. That's actually probably one of my favorite roles he's done. He's actually really good in it. But that movie also is the movie he cut his own face with a pocket knife because in the script his character was supposed to have a cut.
Yeah.
So he cut his own face with a pocket knife.
That's some Shia
and
LaBeouf
then
stuff.
Would pick the scab in between scenes so it would be bleeding. It would look like a fresh cut. That's character acting, my friend.
Holy
Daniel
shit.
Day-Lewis, eat your heart out.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. What has he done lately? What have you done for me lately, Daniel? But yeah, they were talking about Shia LaBeouf being Wolverine, and
he's crazy enough.
He's crazy enough. Wolverine's kind of short, so that might That might be fine. You know, they're trying to get Hugh Jackman back, like, even though he, like, had the best send-off ever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and part of me wants it, part of me just, like, let his bones, let his metal bones lay there in the ground for a while.
I mean, if you're gonna reboot it, but you still want to stick with, like, an aging Wolverine, like, I think Tom Hardy is the way to go.
Oh, yeah. God damn it.
If you wanted to go with, like, a younger Wolverine, like, Shia Labeouf isn't a bad choice.
No.
But, I mean, honestly, like... Zac Efron.
Yeah.
The dude is jacked. He's
average
height.
he would be perfect.
Yeah.
He would be perfect. I thought, like for a minute back in the day, I was thinking about Robert Pattinson. Because he kind of, like, from the Twilight hair, just a little bit. But I don't know.
I'll go the other direction.
Okay.
I'll go Twilight. I'll go Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
The little werewolf boy.
I thought you were like Danny DeVito. And I'm like that would be the best. Danny DeVito. Like Marvel wouldn't do it because they're lame. But they're fine. They're great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. The perfect Wolverine.
Okay.
The absolute perfect Wolverine. Charlie Day.
Yes.
Charlie Day, that tiny, hairy, neurotic son of a bitch would make a perfect Wolverine.
Dude, I could see it. I could fucking see it. Like, in my head right now. Like, he gets a little bit of muscle on him, and I'd buy it. Like, I'd completely buy it. Like you know, like, the funny stuff in the X-Men movies happened to Hugh Jackman. He wasn't, like, funny, but I could see that happening.
And if we can't get Charlie Day, we go with B-level Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Nick Kroll.
He is. What happened? Like, I haven't seen Nick Kroll do shit in like 2 years.
I mean, he's doing the big mouth stuff with fucking.
Yeah, I've liked Big Mouth, and
I love
what's
Big Mouth.
What's funny about John Mulaney is I hear comedians that I love that I'm just like, they've made it. They've completely made it, and they'll just sit there like, God damn it, Mulaney's so good. Yeah. And I'm just, like, I get it. Like, fucking Mulaney. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you our last question.
Yes.
What is a movie not a lot of people have seen that you would recommend?
Ooh, a movie not a lot of people have seen that I would recommend.
Yeah. Yeah, I throw the hard balls.
Well, there's a lot because I'm one of those weirdos that watches like all sorts of everything.
Yeah.
And so there's a movie I just started on Hulu actually before I headed over here.
Okay.
And it is a Russian film. So it's all like dubbed or subtitled. But it is called Sputnik.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it's basically like a Russian cosmonaut is like quarantined in this like facility because like an alien life form comes back with him, and they're trying to figure out like what the deal is, like whether the alien life form is a like a virus or not a virus. But yeah, something like that, or a symbiote.
Okay. Oh, shit.
So they think that like the alien like lives inside of him and then comes out during certain points.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
And like they're sharing like the alien shares like the cosmonaut's memories and shit. So like it reacts to like one of his kids' like toys or something.
Dude, I did not know. Like I've heard of that movie, but I didn't know it was straight up Russian. Like I like so now that's I don't think I've ever seen. It
may not be straight up Russian, but like. They're speaking Russian, all that kind of stuff, and like there's a scene in the film where like the officer that's in charge of this like top secret facility, like the female lead that's like investigating like and trying to figure out what's going on with the alien, she's like telling the officer that like we have to take this to Moscow like so we can get answers, and he's like, why do you think we're not in Moscow now? He's like, every day I send fake reports to Moscow, like, and I tell them like the cosmonaut, like things about like his mood, what he's eating, his bowel movements, all these kinds of anything I can make up, I'm sending there to delay the order from Moscow to just kill him.
Yeah.
Basically, because she's like the cosmonaut's a hero, and he's like blah blah blah. I'm trying to keep this hidden so Moscow doesn't just have us kill him.
Yeah.
And he's like, but if it does come to that, he's a hero, and heroes are prepared to give everything, including. And I was like, oh shit. Like,
all right.
Yeah. So it's like, it was weird. It's like, I don't know if this was made in Russia, because I don't think in Russia you could have a Russian officer admitting that he should have been court-martialed already.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I'm lying to the government. Movie shut down. Yeah, we can't film anymore.
I appreciate a Hollywood movie that, like, you know, because they will, like, they just made Mulan, and everybody's speaking English. You know, I didn't see it, but I know that, like, definitely. So props to Hollywood. You're horrible. You rape kids. You do all sorts of horrible shit. But props for making that movie authentic.
And like I said, I don't know if it's Hollywood. I'm pretty sure it's a foreign film.
Yeah, okay.
But because I found it after I watched Parasite.
Okay.
I watched Parasite, and then it was in like the recommended, and I was like, yeah. God
damn, Parasite's so good. There's another Korean movie called The Wailing that dude did that I watched. That fucking freaked me out. Like that, like Parasite wasn't as horror as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But it was. I loved it. I loved the family. It was like so much fun. All right, man. I appreciate you so much doing this. We're gonna do a fist bump and say anything you'd like to say.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay, mother fathers!